There are fresh warnings tonight for flood-affected residents who are still mucking in to clean up their damaged properties. They're being urged to keep children and pets clear of waste piles, which may be contaminated and pose a risk to their health. Lucy Thompson caught up with one resident still trying to salvage what he can.
Graham Gilfillan and his wife Diane have been living in their Henderson home for just over 20 years. But last Friday's flooding has forced them out once and for all.
We've had a few floods previously, but this is by far and away the worst we've ever had. Unfortunately we won't be coming back here.
The couple have spent the last week salvaging what they can from their council-owned property.
Not looking terribly promising. I think we've probably lost about 90% of what we had.
Only to arrive home this morning and find the house had been ransacked by intruders overnight.
It was relatively clear before this morning, but whoever they were looted through everything and turned everything over and had a good look for whatever they could find. They rifled through the shitty rubbish bags and things too.
These muddy footprints, evidence of the looters' presence.
I put in a 111 call this morning just to let them know. I don't think I'm the only one that's been done that by the sound of things.
And he's right. Police say people do take advantage of homes and businesses being vacant and urge residents to keep their eye out for suspicious behaviour. But Graham is far from the only one still in clean-up mode, with a steady stream of flood-affected homeowners dumping more damaged goods at Waitakere Refuge and Recycling Station today, adding to more than 620 tonnes of waste dropped off to stations across the city.
So, sir, how many trips have you made here?
This is my sixth one, yeah.
And what do you have in your back in the car today?
Oh, it's just wet mattresses, general rubbish. Just shit everywhere, eh?
This is just another example of how big the clean-up has been for some people. It's now 10 days since that initial flooding event. People are tired, stressed and frustrated, and it's starting to take its toll. And there are fresh warnings for people to keep tamariki and pets away from contaminated waste. The Red Cross says people's health is a priority.
There is a lot of diseases and stuff that can be in contaminated water, so be really aware of that, but also really aware of people's mental health. People deal with disasters differently.
As the clean-up continues and the city attempts to return to normality.
And tomorrow is a particularly big day for Aucklanders, Lucy.
It certainly is, Laura. The remainder of Auckland schools are due to reopen tomorrow, which means traffic will be back to normal for the first time this year. Now, Auckland Transport are urging people to allow extra time to get to where they're going, with many roads and rail lines still flood affected. Now, the good news, though, for residents living in the Eastern Bays, the work on Tamaki Drive is progressing well, and they hope to have a westbound lane reopened within the next 24 hours, which should help to ease some pressure.
Lucy Thompson live from Central Auckland. Tēnā koe.